Good morning, this is Stephanie with Business Resource Partners. This morning we're talking about apprenticeships. Now, apprenticeships isn't very common in the US. It is more a concept that personally I learned in Germany. And technical difficulties. And we're back. That I learned in Germany after growing up there, going to school. I was one of most people there that learned their trade with an apprenticeship. College universities are not very, I don't want to say popular, but is more for doctors, lawyers, architects, to take that route of education. Any industry really offers apprenticeships. It's very common, and the training and the schooling is tailored to the individual occupation. Now, the same concept exists in the US. It's not very common, and it's very, I don't want to say limited. There is about 1,000 occupations, according to the not the federal, Department of Labor, that offer an apprenticeship. The reason why it is very limited, it does cost. Now, as of last year, another bill has been passed that offers tax credits to reduce the cost of it and help employers offer these apprenticeships. A benefit for the employers is it lowers the employee turnover rate, and it helps to develop a skilled workforce that is, as time passes and as they learn their job, get attached, their pay rate increases as they go along. So it really, really helps, instead of just dropping someone in a chair and say, go. As of right now, mostly construction companies and telecommunications use it. It has picked up in the IT field as well. But there is a benefit to going, for example, taking an administrative position and making it an apprenticeship. There is a lot to learn about it. Yes, it sounds easy. Sit in front of a computer, check your emails, but there is a lot to it which maybe is not seen all the time. So learning all the trades, customer service, how to deal with the technology associated with it is really a benefit. And again, it makes the employee happy. It'll make them stay longer, and they have their own little goal instead of just going to college, because not everybody is made to go to college or has the ability to go to college, and it gives them an opportunity to have a different path to a career. Now this path, the benefits for the apprentices is that while they're in training, they're getting their education, and there is a bunch of trade schools all over. It depends on the area and state, what is offered, where it's offered. I have a few links at the end that'll help you find more information on where and how to associate with them. But the apprentices get this career built for them with a paycheck. So that makes it a lot easier on their end as well. And I mentioned before, the employers do get the benefit of tax credits on the state and federal level that they can apply for to help their costs. Now, in Lake County, it's somewhat limited what I could find, and I found 34 apprenticeship programs in this area. The main programs using the apprenticeships right now is the construction and telecommunication. HVAC, plumbers, painters, electricians, those are just some of them, linemen, and it works for them, and personally I would like to see a few more industries to do it than just relying on the college degrees, and build on the apprenticeships and build solid foundations for everybody. So that was a short and brief today. I don't know if anyone has any questions. The links below shows a little bit what Florida has to offer as far as the apprenticeship programs go. The Department of Labor, on the federal level, what they go into more detail, what are the benefits for the employers, how can you start the program, and who to partner with. There might already be a program for your industry, and it's just not put in place yet because the interest is too low. So if anybody has any questions.
Let's see.
Yeah, while we wait, I'll give you a little detail on the apprenticeship that I had the privilege of going through. Basically, the literal translation, if I can get this back together, is a saleswoman in office communication. It took 3 years, lots of school, very detailed in office operations, software. Simple things like writing a letter was taken to a whole new level.
So something along the lines of an office manager.
Not really. It's very separated there. You have logistics, you have, like, every industry has their own little sales, or the literal translation is sales staff. And depending on the industry you were in, that's what you learn the details about. Logistics is a lot about warehousing, having trucks on the road, the whole, like, every nook and cranny on that one. For my apprenticeship, it was mainly dealing with customers, writing them letters, being able to use the technology that's available. If you have retail, you learn more about customer service. So it can be very beneficial if it's put in place properly.
Sounds like yours was sales staff on steroids compared to
yeah,
compared to your average sales training.
Yeah, it's very misunderstood here, because it's, again, not very common, but it's
the closest thing that we have to that is internship program, which doesn't necessarily work out the way it's supposed to.
Yeah, I mean, I like to compare the training you get to what you learn with, like, an associate's degree, because you walk away with a pretty rigorous final exam by the local Chamber of Commerce, and it's industry professionals testing you. So
There's no real translation in the American system.
no.
But I don't believe at this time that we'll have any questions. So, do you have anything after this particular sign?
No, the only thing I have on the end is if there's anything we can help you with business development, QuickBooks, IT, taxes, HR, or virtual services, you can call us, email us, visit us on the web. And if you have any questions on talking about an apprenticeship, even if an apprenticeship really doesn't work, you can develop a on-the-job training program for a new hire. If you have any interest in that, give me a call, send me an email, and I thank you for watching.
And don't forget, next week at 10:30, we will have my Tilly with more tax season tax prep tips. So we hope to see you then.